Hey there, it's Clay with modernlove.life, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to tell if your ex is falling in love with you again. Some of these things are going to be things that maybe you've heard before, but the last one is going to be really interesting, so please make sure that you stick through to the end. The first thing is that they're seeming to have fun with you even if the two of you aren't doing fun things. Now, of course, there's lots of fun things that you could be doing, going to concerts, going on adventures, road trips, all that sort of stuff, right? Those are fun things, right? But if the two of you are just, hanging around doing nothing in particular, but they seem to be actually enjoying themselves, or the two of you are just talking on the phone, but you're not talking about, anything in particular, you're just kind of chatting or something like that, but they seem to be really into it and they seem to be really digging it, that definitely is an indication that, yeah, they're starting to fall in love with you again. They're starting to come around again. It shows that they're enjoying those small moments with you, even if the two of you are just walking a dog or like whatever it might be, right? Number two is if they remember the details. They remember the details about certain things that are going on with you, certain things that are happening in your life, certain things about you. It's easy to overlook these things, especially if you're hesitant about getting too close to someone, especially if you don't want to lead them on or give them false hope or anything like that. However, if they are openly showing you that they are remembering these details about your life, about things that are happening in your life, about things that you mentioned before, then that shows that they are really, caring about you, and that they're probably starting to warm up to you if they haven't already warmed up to you fully, but it's definitely something to look out for. Number three here is if they mention the future with you in it. So obviously, when the two of you start connecting more, they'll start to think about the future. I mean, like people, generally think about the future more or less in some capacity anyway. Oh, what am I going to do next weekend? What am I going to do this summer? What am I going to do this autumn? What am I going to do next year? And that's normal. However, when they start to think about the future and they start to talk about the future and you occupy a point in that future, like, oh, hey, next summer we should go on this trip to this place, or hey, last year we couldn't go to this thing because of all the lockdowns and everything, but maybe we can do that this summer, or whatever the case might be, right? They're actually talking about the future with you in it, and this shows that you're occupying a good portion of their mental real estate, but that they're also thinking about spending time together with you in the future, which means they obviously enjoy spending time together with you right now, and they imagine that doing something together in the future would also be a positive experience as well too. Of course, it also depends on the bigness, if that's a word, of whatever they're considering doing with you, right? So like going on a trip together with you, that's a big thing. Maybe just getting together for coffee, less big, but it's all relative, right? Maybe if the two of you haven't seen each other for a while, getting together for coffee could be a big, but if the two of you are getting together for coffee regularly, maybe going on a trip might be a big thing, right? So keep it in perspective. By the way, if you like these videos, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. It helps us out. It helps tell YouTube, hey, Clay's videos are pretty good. You might want to think about showing them to other people YouTube when they log on and seem to be interested in relationships. So hit the thumbs up button. It's a nice free way to support the channel. Also, if you want to learn more signs to look out for when it comes to your ex and their behavior and all that, you might want to check out this video playlist over here on signs that your ex likes you, that they're warming up to you, stuff like that. Anyway, number four, you seem to be able to do no wrong in their eyes. They take your side. That's to say, they don't seem to blame you for a lot. Now, of course, there could be reasons for your breakup, and they might still be holding on to that hurt, that pain, some sort of betrayal, maybe, I don't know. What we want to do is kind of work from the outside in. So maybe at the center of this, there's this core wound of like, oh my goodness, you betrayed me in some way. But on the outside, there's like all these trivial little things like, oh yeah, we could argue about this, or we could have some sort of petty fight about that. But if they seem to be kind of, not blaming you, not pointing the finger at you with some of these things on the periphery, but maybe they still do on the inside, just kind of let that trust seep in, let it just sort of slowly work its way in as we get towards this sort of core pain, hurt in the middle here. We can kind of start to untangle that, but just work on building that trust in general and just know that that will start to shift. If they seem to be cutting you slack, if it seems like you can't do much wrong, then that is definitely a sign that they are starting to love you again. Next up is they actually want you to be happy. If they actually want you to be happy, if they actually want good things for you, that shows that they're starting to turn and they're starting to love you again. Now, of course, in our society, it's really common for a lot of people to not want their ex to be happy. For better or worse, we don't have a good way to relate to our ex in society. Of course, we have TVs and movies and stuff like that tell you you're supposed to hate your ex because they cheated on you like a dirt bag that they are. And I'm not saying that happened between you and your partner or not, but oftentimes people will say like, yeah, me and my ex broke up, but it wasn't this like big blowout argument where we were like at each other's throats or anything like that. We were just incompatible or something, or we just were going through some sort of misunderstanding. And so people get this message from society that you're supposed to hate your ex's guts, but when they look at what actually happened, they're like, yeah, I mean, sure, maybe we had some problems, but it wasn't anything that bad. I don't really hate your guts. But many times people will sort of twist and distort the past in order to create a version of you that's worth hating because they think that they need to, or because they want to feel like they made the right choice or something like that. But if they genuinely want you to be happy, it means that they're past that if they were ever in it in the first place. And it means that they're actually at a place where, they actually feel a warmth for you in their heart, and they actually want what's good for you. And that, of course, is a step towards them loving you again and wanting to be back together with you and all that good stuff. Next up, number 6, is they start getting on the same team with you. Now, again, we've talked a lot about being on the same team over the past year or so, but being on the same team is really important when it comes to any sort of long-term relationship success. We want to be able to be on the same team with our partner. And if your ex is operating on the same team as you, then that is definitely a positive sign. We have talked a lot about same team conversations. That is just one way that you can be on the same team. Of course, there's a lot of other ways that you can be on the same team. Many small actions that you can take to demonstrate that, hey, we are on the same team. We're in this together. We're not on opposite teams. We're not out to get one another. We are trying to make something together here. Let's work together to make something amazing, wonderful, great, and all that sort of stuff. So if they're demonstrating that they are on the same team with you by cooperating with you on things, by agreeing to certain things that make sense and stuff like that, then it's showing that they are on the same team. And that, of course, is a setup for the two of you actually loving each other again, getting back together, all of that positive stuff. And the last one, number 7, this is the one that I was teasing at the beginning here. This is actually really interesting because if they revise the past between the two of you for the better, that is to say, they look back on the past that the two of you had, maybe certain contentious things that happened between the two of you, and they somehow revise it to the point where it wasn't that bad, or maybe it was actually okay. That lets you know that their opinion of you is starting to shift or has shifted. If we look back at things that caused arguments before or things that were major points of disagreement, and those have been revised to either not be so bad, to maybe them actually taking their fair share of responsibility for it, or somehow diminishing the intensity of it, it lets you know that they are starting to let go of this me versus you kind of mentality, and they're moving over into that same team sort of thing, but they're also saying, hey, yeah, there's the past, and maybe we didn't work out for one reason or other, but I can get past it. I can let go of it. And it's setting up for the opening for the two of you to actually create a new positive beginning together, a new possibility together, a new relationship together. So if they're revising the past for the better, especially when it comes to disagreements that the two of you had, arguments, things where the two of you didn't see eye to eye, this is a huge positive step and a huge positive sign that the two of you are on the path towards, falling in love with one another again, working things out, getting back together, all of that good stuff. If you did like this video, please hit that thumbs up button once again if you haven't already. But yeah, if you do want some help making all of this happen and turning the boat around when it comes to the emotional connection with you and your ex, you might be interested in our course called the X Solution Program. You can find that over at modernlove.life/ESP. That's modernlove.life/ESP. There's also a link for it down below. It helps you to navigate through your ex's emotional world to create a positive emotional connection. Check it out. If it seems like a good fit for you, you're more than welcome to sign up. If not, again, no worries. I'm not going to twist your arm to get you to sign up for something that's not right for you. It's totally okay. But once again, this is Clay. Thanks so much. Take care and hit that thumbs up button. Talk to you next time.